Hey everyone, Tenemana here and welcome to Pretty Privilege. So today's audio video, I'm going to be talking about how to allocate energy. And before we begin, I want for all of us to be on the same page towards what allocate and energy mean. So when I talk about allocate, I'm talking about setting aside, dividing, assigning, or distributing a specific portion for a specific purpose. To transfer to create a neutrality and or balance, and energy is our personal energy. How do people allocate? There are two prime examples as towards how people allocate. Number one being is allocation of money, and number two is allocation of time. So number one, allocation of money. Say somebody has a checking account, a savings account, and a business account, right? This is just an example. This individual can allocate money by transferring funds from their checking to their savings or vice versa, or even transferring money from their business account to their savings account. There are rules and regulations for that, but the concept and the main foundational part that I really want for you to understand is the actual action of allocating. And second example is allocation of time. We're all given the same amount of hours in a day, 24 hours, wherever it is that you live in the world. What we do with that 24 hours depends on us. Every individual is different and every person has their own needs, wants, and desires and what it is that they have to get done in a day. So for example, one person can just spend 24 hours sleeping all day, and another person can go ahead and allocate their time to 10 hours of sleep, 2 hours of exercise, 4 hours of a hobby, and 8 hours of work or maybe running errands or whatnot. Those are the two main prime examples of allocation. How does one allocate energy? Okay, so the allocation of energy is done by applying energy from a strength into that of a weakness. So we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, right? So in order for an individual to get to a specific strength, whether it be a sport, a hobby, a subject, or maybe even a characteristic, like say this one individual is very patient and calm when working under pressure. Whatever strength it is that you have as an individual, number one, it has taken lots and lots of practice. It has taken lots of patience, discipline, baby steps, and micro consistent growth. We are not all just born with a strength, right? We are born with being dependent and we have to be nurtured. We go through life, we go through trials and tribulations that continuously help us either grow or to stay stagnant as a person. However, if you have a strength that, maybe a lot of people look up to and they admire that right there is what you are going to apply to a specific weakness to get that weakness and turn it into a strength. This is a concept that I thought about the other day when I was just having a really, really difficult time with a weakness that has been a weakness for a very long time. I've gotten better at it, but still it's not where I really believe that I can be as an individual. Versus one of my strengths, which, okay, let me tell you, one of my strengths is my ability to not be dependent on social media and screen usage. I do not have a television and YouTube is my only form of social media. And I've been like this for almost 13 years now. So that's a strength because not everybody I know within my circle are able to go that long without being on social media, compared to that of my weakness, which is money habits. Oh my gosh, you guys, my relationship with money has come a very long way from where it used to be, and it's still growing. However, I had to start allocating energy from my strength into that of my weakness by, number one, not being hard on myself, and number two, by just being really gentle, and by knowing that with consistent small teaspoons of patience, practice, and discipline and baby steps is what's going to improve this weakness. How to allocate energy comes into the form of allowing yourself as an individual just to take small steps. like I said, it is done by applying energy from a strength into that of a weakness. So some homework, or fun work as I like to call it, would be to write down your strengths and to write down your weaknesses. You know your strengths by telling yourself, like, what are you good at? Has anyone ever complimented you on XYZ? Or if you're still having a hard time, figuring out what your strengths are, what can you beat Tenemane at? Like, I'm serious. Like, what can you beat me at? I'm pretty sure a lot of people can beat me at like technology and like Microsoft and stuff like that. So maybe that's a strength that you're good at, maybe it's basketball, I can't dribble. And then write down your weaknesses. So how does one find out their weakness? What do you avoid? What do you suck at? Or what do you find really difficult for you to comprehend? You've tried every possible solution to try and improve on this weakness, and yet still it's a challenge. Write them down side by side, strengths, weaknesses, in 2 separate columns, and simply just by allocating your energy allows for you to take the first step by knowing that, okay, this weakness, it's going to take time to improve, and that is okay, because like my strength, it didn't happen overnight, and neither will this weakness in becoming better. My biggest takeaway that I want for everyone to remember is just to be kind to yourself when writing your strengths and your weaknesses. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's audio video here on Pretty Privilege. I'm Tenemane. Y'all take care. Thanks for tuning in. Mahalo nui noa.